Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live case study today. I am beyond excited to dive into this one because I know so many of you are able to relate. Before I do, can you just let me know in the comments? Can you hear me? And can you see me okay? Just give me a big yes in the chat if you can, or just give this a like. That would be super helpful just so I know that it is all working tech wise. It should be. Hi, Anna. Hi, Nick. How are you? Hi, Valentina. And if you are tuning in today, I would love to know first where you're tuning in from. And second, what you're hoping to get out of today. Hi, Michelle. Michelle Black, one of our Authority Accelerator clients, is here. We have a few Authority Accelerator clients here. Hi, Shannon Powers. Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for letting me know. I love it. Derek James, Arielaz, Chris Collier, nice to see you here. All right, so we are going to jump into this. And before I do, just a few little housekeeping things. If you can please give this a like so we can reach more people here on Facebook who need to see this incredible story. And please do hit that share button and share this out with your network or somebody who needs to see this. I am so excited to dive in. Hi, Jen Boyd. Ta Dolly from Manitoba, Canada. Hello. And Fiona from Vancouver, my neighbor. Hello. Corey, Colette. Hi, Colette from Authority Accelerator. Hi, Julio. So the beautiful thing about our Authority Accelerator program is how supportive our community is. So a lot of our members are here showing love to Allie, who I'm going to introduce here in just a second. Jay Poole says Allie is literally my favorite. And I agree. She's pretty great. So let's dive into exactly who I'm going to be speaking to today and what we're going to be talking about. So if you don't know, I have a program called the Authority Accelerator, and it's essentially where we help experts take their knowledge and their skills and their experience and their story, package it into highly scalable online courses and scale it completely organically. So before I dive into Allie's intro as well, I wanted to let you know we have my incredible team here today. Kayla, Jackie, and Sophie are here in the chat. And if you are at all interested in the Authority Accelerator program and you're not sure if it's the right fit for you, etc., if you have any questions, just put the word apply in the chat and Sophie, Kayla, and Jackie will be able to help you out. So they'll send you a direct message and be able to chat with you. So Kayla just said, hey, in the chat. And I know Jackie and Sophie are here as well. So Allie, let's get into Allie, the amazing Allie. So this is the incredible story of how Allie went from teaching in person at her yoga studio when COVID hit to building a thriving online business that has generated over 6 figures from scratch over the last 18 months. So here are just a few key highlights that we're going to dig into today. And we're going to also be teaching this or treating this as a training today as well. And we're going to be sharing some really solid info. If you are at a place where you're ready to take your business online, you're ready to pivot, or you're just ready to create a highly scalable online course business. So Allie has made over $100,000 in the first 18 months of launching her first and only online course using our method. And in the past, she was making between $3,500 to $4,500 a month and now is generating 4x that each month with her online course, which is so exciting. And she's created her evergreen sales machine that is bringing in between $10,000 to $16,000 a month consistently, completely organically, no Facebook ads, no nothing. And went from 1,000 to 40,000 YouTube subscribers using our method. And she just took a 2-week vacation with her entire family and still was able to bring in just under $20,000 last month with her course. So I am so excited to dive into this with Allie. And we're going to be touching on 3 tactic-driven things that you can start implementing for your business. Number 1 is shifting your mindset to create an online business. If you have something that's offline and you've only ever done it offline, how do you navigate actually taking it online? I know Allie can speak to this a lot. The simplicity of really creating a signature niche and offer and the correct order of events. So making sure that if you're going to tackle creating an online course, you're not doing things backwards and wasting your time. So without further ado, let's bring in Allie. Hi.
Hi.
I'm so happy to have you. You have a lot of fans here.
Aw, that's kind of surprising.
People love you. People love you. I'm not that
Mm.
surprised. You've built a pretty loyal audience, which is really great. So thank you
Aw.
so much for taking the time to be here. I'm so happy for you. And I was saying this to you before we went live, but your story is really inspiring. And I think especially during these times, it's hope for a lot of
Mm.
entrepreneurs out there who have been hit really hard in the
Mhm.
last 2 years and have offline businesses and are really not sure where to go. So I thought that would be a good place to start is to kind of work backwards. And I would love for you to share your journey and your story as an entrepreneur.
Okay. Yeah. So should I start at the beginning or kind of
Yeah.
at the beginning of COVID? Okay. So
Yeah.
I've been an entrepreneur essentially for over 14 years. I started out in like web design and graphic design. But after I had been practicing yoga for just over a decade, I went to Kripalu and did my teacher training. And then I was very lucky to be able to be mentored there and to um, assist there with Yoga Nidra retreats and teacher trainings and things like that. And when I created my uh, yoga studio, it was almost like opportunities just started landing in my lap like crazy, and it just grew very easily without much effort, whereas my other businesses were more of a struggle. And so it was like, oh, this is what I'm really meant to be doing. Like if I follow the breadcrumbs from the universe, everything was rewarding me for teaching yoga, sharing yoga nidra, guiding people in teacher trainings, all of these things. So for the past almost a decade, that's what I've been doing is completely just yoga, yoga nidra, yoga retreats, yoga classes, everything to do with all different types of yoga too, like aerial yoga, stand-up paddleboard yoga. I can teach all of the things. I'm one of those people that's taken so many trainings over the years. But yoga nidra was always the most popular thing, and the people
Mhm.
that really would fill my programs and those type of things were people that were wanting yoga nidra. That was this thing that can really soothe and calm the nervous system. I like to say it's kind of like yoga for your nervous system.
Oh,
Hmm.
we love that.
Yeah. Yes. So
I love
that
it.
was really the evolution. It kind of happened naturally that I was led to teaching yoga, and that's what was just working.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which
Yeah.
I love, and I think that's a big sort of takeaway and something that I say often, and I know that our Authority Accelerator clients who are here watching are like, "Oh, here she goes again," is I always say reduce the friction. So, reduce
Mhm.
the friction between, um, your success and your idea, because so many people will think like, "Oh, I saw this other person doing this thing and they're doing really well, so I guess I'll try and do that too," but it doesn't actually come naturally to you. And your
Mhm.
best business idea always comes from something that you're innately skilled at and is that and is your unique genius. But oftentimes we have blind spots to it. We take it for granted. We think
Mhm.
everybody in the world can do it when that's just not the truth. And I know that this is where you started. And so you're like, okay, yoga's the thing. I'm
Mhm.
going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to build a business around yoga. But even then, you open up your local studio,
Mhm.
and then what happens?
Well, COVID. So, yeah, this is about almost a decade into having my yoga studio uh, and guiding and leading people in yoga. And I've got my YouTube channel, but it's pretty small. And then COVID hits, and I go from having a very consistent income that I can rely on to having my studio be shut down for 6 months and then consecutively shut down 5 times in a row right now. I'm shut down currently. I'm currently
Mm,
shut down right now. So that financial stress was very difficult, especially at the beginning, because when COVID hit, I was in my third trimester with my baby boy. And so I had all of these yoga retreats. So I lead these weekend yoga retreats that bring in the most money out of anything that I do in my business. And I had them scheduled for almost every other weekend leading up to the birth of my son, because I was going to save up a few $1,000s to just go on mat leave and be able to just be off with him. And so essentially, instead of that happening, my studio was shut down and I brought in not even my consistent income that I was used to, but nothing on top of that, nothing at all.
right.
So I tried to just trust the process and trust that I was going to be okay. But essentially, I just slowly went into debt, or I should say quickly.
Mm.
I quickly went into debt
Yeah.
because it's the fastest I've ever like spent money on a credit card like that before, just to survive.
Yeah.
And then birthed my baby in June, continued to go into debt, and I was also injured from that and was on bed rest and stuff. And then in August, I had been following you for a while. I had been implementing your YouTube tips, and my channel had actually become monetized in March. And so I was bringing in like the smallest little amounts of money, like $1 a day, $2 a day. But I could see that everything I was implementing, that you really knew what you were talking about. And I really trusted how thorough you were with everything. Like, you really know what you're talking about. And I felt such a strong pull to join this program that even though I had already gone like $30,000 into debt in like 6 months on a credit card, I put the whole thing on my credit card because I had nothing else to do. I just I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I knew that this was potentially going to be the thing that turned things around and was able to get me out of debt and be able to support my little family again and be able to get me sharing what I care about with the world again, and making an impact as opposed to just being shut down all the time. I had no idea how much longer this was going to last, and I knew I couldn't just keep doing what I was doing.
I
Yeah.
would love to sort of dig into that a little bit more because I was just talking about this with my husband. I remember, obviously, I think we all remember March 2020 and being like, oh, this will be over in a few months, or like this will be over in a couple weeks. We're gonna be fine. We'll still be able to take that trip. We'll still be able to do all these things. Obviously, we're 2 years later, and it's like, I don't know. Like, this has
Mhm.
lasted a lot longer than anybody anticipated, and it's been in so many
Mhm.
iterations and waves and all of these things. And so I'm curious for you now, hindsight's
Mhm.
2020, when you think back to that time when you were thinking about investing in the Authority Accelerator, $30,000 in debt. I remember you actually shared this in the Facebook group and you were like, I have tears in my eyes sharing this right now because
Yeah.
I've never told you had never told me your situation when you did enroll. And so, and
Mhm.
to know like just had a baby, $30,000 in debt, yoga studios
Mhm.
shut down, no income coming in. Yet you
Mhm.
still made the decision to enroll. Can you imagine or like paint a picture if you didn't make that decision, if you didn't decide to enroll at that time?
I'm so glad I followed my gut. It was like I couldn't ignore it. I just had to follow that. I knew that I would at least make back what I invested.
Mm,
So I felt so confident in you, um, in your your ability to teach and the quality of work you create. I just knew that it was going to work out and that I could easily trust the process. And if I hadn't have done that, who knows how much farther in debt I would be. Right now, I'm debt free because of the program.
wow.
Um, I I was able to pay it off within, go from being over $30,000 in debt that year, 2020, to making more than six figures in 2021, and being able to pay that all off and feel like my financial future is in good hands. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like I don't feel stressed anymore. And the way that you teach about passive income and the evergreen sales machine, all of these things, they just all make such good sense and they work so well. Like, right now, my YouTube channel is bringing in $6,000 on its own, right? So even if I take a month off and I don't do any selling of my programs, but I actually don't have to sell my program. It's an application, right? I guide a Yoga Nidra teacher training. And so people have to apply to get into my program. And so the applications are just rolling in constantly. And all I have to do is accept people into my program.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really need to take a break from that. It's just so easy.
It's
It's
just so
so
oh my
easy
god.
to just
Can we
read
just play that
applications and
on
accept
repeat?
people. Right?
It's
It's
just so
so
easy.
easy for me now. Yeah.
Oh, that
And
makes my heart so
before,
happy.
you know how, yeah, and you know how difficult it was for me before. I'm sure we're gonna talk about that, how my Facebook ads and my freebie and all of that stuff that I
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, I think it's very important that we do highlight that and talk about it because unfortunately, your story is not unique in that sense. And I do want to dig into that. Before we dig into the tactical things that we want to go over today, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who's here. We've got over 100 people tuning into this right now, which is pretty amazing. So if you're enjoying this and you're getting value from it, please do hit that like button and please do hit the share button so you can reach so we can reach more people with Allie's incredible story, because it really is so inspiring. I do find myself every time we have these conversations and I'm talking to my clients, like, first of all, I don't look at you all as clients. I look at you as this very sort of like creepy extended part of my family. And I care so immensely. And I was, as you were talking about that, my eyes were watering and I was like, not again, Sunny, like, stop crying. it's, but like, I
Yeah.
just met your son and like, what a full
Mhm.
circle moment that, you know, you were pregnant when all of this was going down and now you have this healthy, beautiful family and like things have just changed so much for you. And I'm just so over the moon happy for you. Um,
Yeah.
so I just want to say I'm so proud. I
I'm
feel
gonna
like a
cry
proud
at some
mom.
point too, I know. I know it.
It's okay. It's a safe space to do so. Our team's we're big on emotions. Um, so for everyone here, I mentioned this earlier and I just dropped it in the chat. If you are interested in the Authority Accelerator and you want to speak to a real human being, Jackie, Kayla, and Sophie from my team are here. And if you just put the word apply into the comments, they'll be able to reach out to you and have a conversation with you to see if this is a great fit for you. So you can join Allie and I on the inside. And I can creepily be very connected to you too. Yeah,
Yes,
you have
one of my students is in
I
here.
see that. I love that. Hi, Rosalie. Okay, so let's dig into what I mentioned earlier, which really like
Mm,
the tactical part of this. So, the first thing I want to talk about is shifting your mindset to create an online business because, like you said, you were only ever used to doing this offline.
mhm,
And my goodness, we speak to a lot of people and we've coined the phrase terminal uniqueness because so many people come to us and they're like, my offer is very unique and very
mhm,
complicated, and there's no
mhm,
way it could ever be a course. And I'm like, try me. So
mhm,
let's dig into that for you because it is a big shift to think about an offline business. You had a yoga studio to coming online.
mhm.
Walk me through that, what that was like for you.
Well, I definitely could never lead a yoga teacher training or Yoga Nidra teacher training, any of my teacher trainings online. That was absolutely ingrained in my brain because it had to be live. It had to be in the group. It had to be in the space. It had to be in the community. We had to have that safe space, the Sangha, where we could all connect and share and have that level of trust with one another. There was just so many reasons why for me it was so important that all of that had to be live and in person. And so when I was thinking about creating online offerings, it was always like these little mini yoga courses that I could create for people, or these little like 10-day journeys, or these super small little like 8-week workshops, those type of things. It was nothing like these big in-depth trainings that I do live with my people in real life. In real life.
In real
But
life.
what I learned with my Yoga Nidra teacher training is that the impact can be just as powerful, if not more.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was dead wrong, basically.
I was dead wrong. Where do you think that stems from? Where do you think it stems from to be like, I could only ever do this offline?
Well, it was the only thing I ever knew.
Right.
And I think that I had this idea that it was going to feel so disconnected to like watching someone on a screen teach a lesson versus being in a room with someone. The funny thing is, people get so much more value out of these online teacher trainings that I've created because they can rewatch the lessons again and again for life.
Yes.
And the mentoring continues weekly, every week for forever. And like they get so much more value out of it, and the level of teaching that's coming out of these trainings is higher
Mm,
than in our other, because in those live situations, you get the lesson, you retain as much as you can, and then you have to somehow integrate it and then go back out and teach it into the world. And so this is just far more easily integrated for people, I'm finding. They can come back and rewatch the lessons. They can come back and redo the homework. They can come back and practice their practice teaches again. They can come on the live calls and get mentoring continuously
mhm,
with what's coming up with their students, with anything. So the value of this online training is so much more, it's so much more than my live trainings, even because a live training has a container of time, and then it's over, and
mhm.
then your access to the teacher disappears, and all you're left with is your manual and your notes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And
So
then
it's
and then you're sort of like left to your own devices to figure it out as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were to give yourself advice when you were in that headspace of like, no way. Because there's people here right now who are like, "Pfft, I could never bring my business online. I could
Yeah.
never shift my business online, pivot online. But maybe their business is struggling. Maybe they've been affected by the
Mhm.
pandemic, and they're interested, but they're like, oh no, I'm terminally unique.
Mhm.
There's no way I can do this. So, what would you say to that version of yourself?
Well, I actually first I would say everything is figure outable because
Yes.
I love that quote, and
Mhm.
it really is.
Yes.
And I actually had to go through that shift twice
Mm,
because I brought it online and really trusted that, okay, the testimonials were incredible and people were raving about the transformation and the course and all of that. But what I was doing was I was doing pop launch after, because I was like, no, I need to be teaching it live the whole
right.
time. And
Right.
they need to be moving through the container together. And so I had to have a whole nother mind shift when I went to take it evergreen and people were going to be moving through at their own pace. And how was I going to be able to recreate that in that way? So I think just trusting that everything is figure outable was so key because I had a lot of resistance to that part of the process too.
Totally. I hear you. And I think it's kind of ironic because I think the only way to sort of like move through that is to have the proof and to
Mhm,
build the confidence for yourself that it's possible. And one thing that I always say to people is I'm like, I mean, literally try me because we've over 600 niches inside of the Authority Accelerator. So we have people who teach off ice hockey training for goalies, and she made $30,000 launching her program, and she'd never done this really online. We have people who teach people how to build wooden boats, like there's
mhm,
like dancing, art, so many things where you're like, oh no, this has to be in person, fitness, etc. But when you think about all of the skill sets in the world and all of the things that we're searching for online and how the world has shifted to education online because of the circumstances, it's doable. And I think it's
yes.
important to just look for the proof. And like you said earlier, look for the breadcrumbs that it is possible. And like we've talked about, there's over 100 testimonials for our program of people who've been able to do this. So you can either, I like to say, like, don't set your vision for the future based off your current reality. Because as you mentioned earlier, like it was the only thing I'd ever done. So how
Mhm.
could I possibly imagine being able to bring this online? So sometimes you have to set
Yeah.
your vision for the future based off of the proof of other people and what they've been able to do. Yeah.
Yes. And even now, like, just the fact that I'm able to have people apply to my training from all over the world, like Rosalie's here, she's in Japan, and I
Yeah.
just saw Alexi here, and she's in the UK, like, or she's in France right now, I think. Anyways, it's people from everywhere now are able to take my training as opposed to before it was, I live in a very small town, so people come from different, people will actually travel to come and learn with me and things like that. But there's only so far someone can travel
Yes.
from,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I love that you are now proof to other people of the thing that you were like feeling resistance towards. It's beautiful. So it's a total full circle moment.
Yeah.
Um, I would love to dive into the next piece of this, which is the simplicity of your signature nation offer. One thing that we had spoken about was when you were thinking about bringing your business online, you kind of had a preconceived notion of what it was going to be, and you also had a really hard time thinking of something that could be a higher ticket program,
Mhm.
because that was just not really in your realm. So let's
Mhm.
talk about, okay, we're in the program now, and now you're like, okay, I need to start constructing and figuring out how I want to like formulate my offer. And you're following along in our exercises. How are you
Mhm.
feeling? And how did you start to get to the place where you're like, ding, 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 that's it?
Well, like I said, leading any sort of teacher training was off the table for me,
Mm,
right, when I came into it. So I had no idea what I was going to create because I know that I know that Yoga Nidra is something that people do travel to me for, and that it's something that people want to learn from me. However, I also teach all of these other different styles of yoga, and I'm trained in so many things. And I was thinking of all of these different offerings in my head, and I had no idea of was I going to create a program. Like, my history is that I had debilitating anxiety attacks and a panic disorder and insomnia and all these things. I was thinking, am I going to create a program that's going to help people with that? Am I going to create a program that helps people with insomnia? Because
mm,
I help a lot of people on my channel with insomnia, and I know all of these great tools and tricks of different specific restorative yoga postures that can help with insomnia. I was going all over the place with it, all over the place. And I was thinking, can I really charge lots of money for creating one of these programs? I'm like, what is this program even going to be? I was interviewing people, which is part of the process to do these 50 calls. And I felt like I was just getting so many mixed messages. And it's funny because we talked about this earlier, but people would come to me and ask me, like, where did you get trained in Yoga Nidra? I want to lead Yoga Nidra like you do. It's the thing that gets thousands of views on my channel versus, a couple of hundred, like 20,000 views versus 100 or 200 in my other videos, that sort of thing. Um, and people would come to me and ask me where I was trained, and I've been trained in so many different ways. And my original mentor doesn't teach anymore. He's moved on to something else, and that's where I got the majority of my style of teaching. And I've got all these other trainings that I've done that I could point people towards. So, I've done this one or that one, or I can't give them something specific so that they're going to be able to guide like I do. It's a very unique way or style, I would say. So I have this ability to guide people how to do this in person, but I was very resistant to taking it online. And it was sitting right there in front of me the whole time. And when I started talking to you on one of the mentor calls, you were like, you just need to do that. Like, you already have all these raving testimonials from your teacher trainings where people are saying they're life-changing, transformative, all of these things. And you've already got the social proof. Like, you just need to take that online. That's good, should be your thing. There were so many clues. The evidence was all around me, and I was still resisting it.
It's a funny
But
thing we do, isn't it?
yeah.
But the minute you started following that, that's when really things started to unlock. And it's when you
Mhm.
were able to really dive into creating this program that I think the big hang up people have when they create a program is they think about it in terms of money instead of value.
Mhm.
And you're talking about something that people have invested and will invest, like, thousands of dollars into trying to figure out in other ways. And therefore, if you can get them the result that they're looking for efficiently and effectively and get the value that they're seeking, then you're charging based on the value of the outcome, which is well worth it versus thinking about it in terms of like expensive, inexpensive, etc. Because when you position it that way, you're going to attract people who are looking for a quick fix. You're going to attract people who are looking for a cheap option. And
Mhm.
generally, if somebody's looking for a cheap option, they're also not the type of person who's going to really devote themselves to getting results. And
Mhm.
one thing that you and I talked about is like the community you've now built. And I mean, it shows because we have people here who are part of your community who've showed up to support you today. And so,
Mm.
what has that been like for you to wake up and be like, I freaking love my clients? Like, I love what I do.
This is gonna make me cry. Um, it's the most important thing in my life for sure. I mean, aside from my babies, my family, there's nothing that's more fulfilling than this right now.
Mm.
The people inside of my training, the impact that it's having on their lives, the impact it's having on the people that they go out into the world and share this with once they're certified, once they get their certification, the community, they continue to come back and share, how this is affecting their students and their classes and changing people's lives, people that aren't able to sleep or people that are having anxiety or people that are recovering from long COVID or recovering from a concussion or, you know, having all of these different types of neurological issues. There are so many things that Yoga Nidra can help people with. It really is such an incredible tool to catch up on rest deficits and sleep deficits. And there's just much so many people that it's helping in the world right now. And all I have to do is log into my YouTube channel and see that the dozens of comments a day that I get right now from people saying, like, this is my lifeline. Your channel is life changing for me right now. I'm practicing with you every single day. And the stories that they tell me
Mm.
these stories, and I cry several times a day. Like I tell, my husband will come in and I'll be sitting at my computer, like crying again. And he's like, why, what now? And I'm like, this single mother and she's in a homeless shelter with her baby, her brand new baby. And, she's telling me her whole life story and how, my yoga nidras I'm her person right now.
Yeah.
And that she's getting these free videos from me on YouTube that are just helping her through.
Mm.
And so I get comments like that all day, every day now. All the people that I get to help, it feels so meaningful and it's
Yeah.
so fulfilling. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to so in Yoga Nidra, we have this word called sankalpa, which is essentially like your dharma. It's your life's purpose. And mine is I'm creating a peaceful impact on the world.
Mm.
And because of the Authority Accelerator, it feels like that peaceful impact that I'm able to help other people feel peace and feel calm, that's just spreading rapidly right now and
Yeah.
exponentially because of this program.
Thank you for that. And also, I feel the same way as you do. I mean, that's why I get so excited to have these conversations with my clients because this is why I wake up in the morning. Like, this is why I created the program because I know there's so many people out there with an expertise, but they lack the ability to turn it into a business and they lack the strategy to reach more people. But that's why the online space is so amazing because you've now taken your expertise and your impact and you've been able to spread it globally. Like you just said, you have people here who are watching this that are in Japan, for example, and you never would have even met them or crossed paths if you didn't have the ability to go online and create a bigger
Mhm.
impact. So it really is the most amazing thing. And I wanted to share something that you actually told me offline, which I think is a common theme between everyone that we work with who sees these like incredible results is that you want to help people and that's why you came into the program. Like that was your baseline. You were like, I don't even know in terms of like the numbers of what I want to achieve, but my intention is just that to create peace and to really help people. And I will
Mhm.
say for myself, and I've talked about this, I've joked about it. Like when I started my business, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just was like, oh, I can go online, I can start making these tutorials and I can help more people. Like I didn't know what a call to action was. I didn't know what an email list was. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And I really do believe that when you set a clear intention of making an impact, the income inevitably is going to follow. And that's what's happened for you. And I think is so beautiful. And one thing I wanted to touch on and sort of recap in terms of the simplicity of your signature niche and offer, because I know it can feel overwhelming. I know trying to find your niche and trying to nail this down can feel so overwhelming. Couple of things that
Mhm.
Ali said that are really important to listen to is what are people asking you for? What comes up often for you in terms of like what people need your help with, what they're asking you for? That's a big clue as to what you can create your program around. Another thing you mentioned is when people would ask you for yoga nidra training, you'd be like, "Oh, I don't really know where to send you. I don't have somebody I can send you to." So that's a huge clue because that allowed you to really fill the gap and fill the space that you knew was missing at that time. And using your existing content. Now, we have a lot of clients who start from absolute zero, have no audience, have no following, etc. You happen to have content out in the world, and you noticed that the content that was like making the biggest impact and getting these really in-depth comments was the content around Yoga Nidra training. And so
Mhm.
that was a huge clue as well. So if you have existing content, the content that is generally making the biggest impact and getting the most response could be a huge clue in the direction you go as well.
Mhm.
Now, I want to talk about this piece because Lord knows this is one of my greatest pet peeves in life. So I'm just going to label this doing things in the right order.
Yeah. Which to
Because
me felt like backwards at first.
yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
So, this is really step 3 of our like tactical training here. So we've gone over shifting your mindset to go from an offline to an online business, the simplicity of your signature offer and niche. Now I want to talk about the correct order of events, because how most other programs and courses teach how to build your own signature offer, niche, and program is to work in reverse. And it is so unhelpful. And it is leading a lot of people down a financial path that they can't get out of. And so I want you to share your story
Mhm.
prior to joining the Authority Accelerator, because at that time, you had tried a bunch of other things. So, what
Mhm.
did that look like for you? And what did you learn when you came in?
Yeah, so so my dad was an entrepreneur, and so I knew I had this entrepreneurial spirit, but I didn't quite know what I was doing. So I have taken other trainings. Like I took B school, I took another training, I think it was around 2000 USD, that was about launching an online program. And what I had essentially learned was to create a freebie, which I had my 45-minute Yoga Nidra that people could download, and push it to Facebook ads and get people on your list, and then create content weekly and then send it to them every week, and then eventually pitch them your program. So I was doing all of those steps, but yet none of these programs that I was taking to learn how to do online actually taught me how to create my program or figure out what my program was going to be. So I was doing all the steps to lead people to this program that didn't exist and that I had no idea what it was going to be. And I was totally the type of person that was going to have to create a program out of thin air in my brain, film the entire thing, get it all edited, put it all in a classroom, and then market it to people and hope to
Mhm.
God that somebody was going to buy it. And so that was the path that I was on when
And
and
how much money
I
did you
had
make when
kinda
you were on that path?
$0.
A
In fact, I
solid
was
zero.
losing $5 a day on Facebook ads. And then I just kinda gave up eventually because I'm a stay-at-home mom as well as everything else, and I would just there was too much perfectionism getting in the way, and I didn't understand how these people who were downloading this free Yoga Nidra were going to translate to this completely different offer that I had come up with in my brain that was never getting filmed, that I had filmed like 80% of, but then kind of gave up. Like it was going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. And at the end of the day too, like, this is no shade to anybody. Like, I love Marie
Mhm,
Forleo. I took
mhm.
B school years and years and years ago.
I learned lots of great things in B
Lots
school.
lots of great things.
Mhm,
And part of the reason that I created the program that we have today is that I saw this big disconnect between programs that talk a lot about building an audience, but don't actually show you how to monetize and take care of that aspect first so that the audience actually equates to a real business for you,
mhm,
which is such a missing link. In addition to that, you were paying for Facebook ads, going in the hole, like in
mhm.
debt, paying for these Facebook ads. You were also super nervous, which was smart, to be honest. Like, you were
Yeah.
smart because you were nervous about paying for Facebook ads, because you're like, what is this even doing? And
Yeah.
I don't even know who I'm trying to reach. So I feel like I'm
Mhm.
just throwing money away, which I say
Yeah.
often, like, if you're paying for Facebook ads without knowing exactly what your messaging is and who you're trying to target, you're essentially throwing money into a dumpster fire.
I didn't
And
even have a course.
you didn't even have a course. Like,
Yeah.
just it's not funny, but it's funny. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's crazy that, and this is like I said before, like unfortunately, we've had a lot of people come into our program and apply for our program, and they're like, I've spent upwards of $50,000, not just on other courses, but also on ads and all these other things. And I
Mhm.
have nothing to show for it. I have no clients. I have nothing.
I believe it.
So yeah. Yeah. So the first thing that we really focus on is really identifying, like we talked about earlier, what's your offer? How are you going to monetize? What is your business strategy and your monetization strategy? Because without that, you could have the nicest freaking website in the world,
Mhm.
but what's it actually
Which I
doing for
did
you?
thanks
Yeah.
to B-school.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I make fun of myself all the time, and I get, oh my gosh, people have literally done reviews of my website on YouTube, and they're like, "Ooh, Sunny Lenarduzzi, like you really got to figure this out." And I'm like, my website, it is shitty. Like it's not a
It
great
doesn't
website.
it doesn't matter that
It
much.
doesn't matter that much. Like it has not affected my business. So
Mhm.
it's keeping your focus on the things that actually equate to the impact, the income, and the authority and audience that you want to build. Because then you have the means to then work on the things like your brand and website and all those things if you feel like it.
Mhm.
So when you came into the Authority Accelerator, I imagine it was a bit of a culture shock and like a
Yeah.
little bit of a shift for you. You want to dive into what
Yeah.
that felt like for you and what you went through?
Yeah, I was pretty uncomfortable. I started my ICA calls and I didn't really know what my niche was gonna be or anything when I started that process. And so I'm interviewing both yoga students and yoga teachers and kind of just unsure where I'm even going with it all. And so, anyways, we already talked about how I got through that process and figured out what my niche was going to be. And I moved through my mental block about being able to teach trainings online, all of that. And then it was time to do my program, my launch of my program. And honestly, once that started and I was in my element teaching people, it was so natural. It was just so much more natural than anything I had ever tried to do before, where I was like trying to guess and then pre-film things. I was teaching everything live to my students, answering their questions in real time, putting my PowerPoints together as I went. It was I was in my element, teaching what I love to teach, and people were just loving it. And I felt that connection that I had been missing since the beginning of the pandemic, too, of in the yoga trainings, we call it a sangha. So the community of people learning together. It's such an important part of my life. These little groups that come together and go through a journey of learning something together, and just the relationships that get built in them, it's beautiful. And so I suddenly had this community again on Zoom. Sorry, my ear pods just keep falling out.
Oh, it's
I
fine.
just have to keep
It's
putting
fine.
them back in.
It's all good.
But yeah, I just had to keep going and get through that training, and it was like I was back in doing what I loved again, and it
Mhm.
felt so natural and it felt so right, and I was like, "This is how you're supposed to do it, like, this makes sense, and this is so easy, and it just feels right." So, once I got through the uncomfortable part of, like, figuring out what was I even going to do, once I was doing what I meant to be doing, everything just fell into place, and everything from there has felt so easy and so
Oh, I love
easeful.
that. That makes me
Yeah.
so happy to hear, and I think it speaks to what I said earlier, which is, like, reduce the friction, right? It's like, don't create more barriers than are necessary between the simple aspects of what you're actually doing when you're creating a program, which is you're trying to make an impact on people. But oftentimes we distract ourselves with all of these things that create so much friction between actually doing that, like building out the most epic funnel without having a client or knowing who you're trying to reach. You know what I mean? So
Mhm,
it's interesting to hear your perspective on it. It's why I created the program in the way that I did, and I know it works in reverse to what most people do, but
mhm.
it also creates much more efficiency in doing the thing the main thing
It
that you're trying to
it's
do.
actually yeah, it's actually the right way to do it, like,
It's the right,
everybody
yeah.
should it's not it felt like now the other way feels reversed to me, like, when
Yes,
I see people trying to do it that opposite way, I'm like, "No, no, no, you're
same.
doing it
Yeah,
backwards,
you're like,
like,
"No,
you're
no, that's
doing it
you're putting
backwards."
what are you doing? You're putting the cart before the horse." How many times have I
Yeah,
said that?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's so good. Okay, so one thing you mentioned there, which is the community, and I know that when you came into the Authority Accelerator, part of what kept you going, and this speaks to what I said earlier about, don't base your vision for the future off your current reality because it's hard to imagine what's possible for you if you've never been there. But part of the reason that we have lifetime access in the Authority Accelerator program is because we have clients in our program who are now doing 250K plus a month completely
Right.
organically
Yeah.
with their online programs. And they are in there mentoring our other members and sharing their wins. So for
Mhm.
you, how big of a part did it play to be able to be inside of our community and see the wins from other people?
I love the community so much. I love the wins really kept me going in the beginning when I was in the by the way, my teacher one of my teachers is here, Ashley. Hi,
Oh,
Ashley.
hi. Hi, Ashley.
I actually assisted her in LA at her trainings, Yoga Psyche Soul, and anyway, she's wonderful.
I love it.
Um, so the community, especially at the beginning when I had kind of gone out on a limb to join the program, just that strong intuitive drive that I needed to do it. Seeing while I was in the ICA process, interviewing people and not knowing what my niche was and all of that, I needed to see those wins, and those wins, I was like, "Oh, like, this person just started 6 months ago, and they're bringing in $20,000 a month, and this person made 100,000 for the first time this year, and this person, oh, look at that person's making, like, 30 no, 300 grand a month or something like that." Like, there are some really crazy financials that are shared inside of that
Yeah.
community, and it just opened my eyes to what was maybe possible for me. Uh, I don't think I ever intended that I had the goal to create that type of financial success for myself. It never really was about that. It was more about, can I get myself back to a point where I'm making consistent income again, only doing it online so that I can continue to have a community, I can continue to share, I can continue to support my family. I never intended for it to be doing what it's doing right now, which is, I think this month it'll bring in $20,000 evergreen.
Yeah.
And that's been a bonus, but those people sharing those successes opened my eyes that that could be possible for me. I never even really imagined that type of financial success or reaching the amount of people that I'm able to reach right now. Um, and it's funny because having an impact and making a peaceful impact on the world has been one of my highest goals. And I was there was a lot of I was scared of that. I actually talked about that in one of the things that I did with Ashley at her program on this call. Um, but it started to connect for me that making an impact, a peaceful impact, was going to translate to
Mm.
financial success
Mhm.
through this whole process.
Mhm.
So the community, being able to share that stuff inside of the community, being able to see everybody's so supportive in there too.
Yeah.
Like if I go in there and share a win, which everybody does all the time, there's wins just constantly
It's
all
our
day.
top trending hashtag
Yeah,
in our group,
yeah,
which is pretty
yeah,
cool to see.
yeah. So when I go in there and share a win, there's like 40, 50 comments from
Yeah.
people in there congratulating me and everybody's so supportive. And
Yeah.
so that and I know that if I ever have a question, I can or if I ever get stuck, which I don't think will happen, but and I'm too I know I shared this with you, but like I haven't even completed the whole program. Like there are so many parts of the program that I haven't even done yet. Like I've never done a webinar.
Yeah.
I don't really do sales calls. There's so many parts that
Yeah.
I could start implementing and probably get more results, but I'm
You're
happy
happy.
I'm happy
That's
where
the
I am.
thing, and I think the big takeaway personally for me with you is that you really have defined success for yourself in a way that's totally unique to you. And I think that's very important for everybody because success doesn't necessarily mean $1 million. It's
Mhm,
success is how you feel. That's how I
mhm,
personally look at it, is like
mhm.
success is peace to me.
Yeah.
And you are the definition of that. And I think it's so cool to see you at this place now where not only you're having the impact that you wanted to make, but you're also reaping the rewards in terms of creating the life and the lifestyle that you want. And I wanted to share something because you mentioned earlier, you're like, you see people in the group sharing all of these wins and stuff, and you have as well. And you were like, yeah, people will be like, I just made my first 100,000. And that was just recently you. And and so I just think that's really cool that you shared these. You said I just hit $100,000 for the first time in my business this week in my first 20K month.
Mhm,
And so the wins are never ending, and
mhm,
we are a community of support and showing up for one another. And I do think that goes a long way on this entrepreneurial journey, which can feel totally isolating, completely intimidating,
mhm,
and like no man's land a lot of the time. Um,
mhm.
and I wanted to not just talk about the income. Obviously, you crossed the six-figure mark from 0 to 6 figures in 18 months, but you also have created a lifestyle I assume you're very happy with at this point. You've shared pieces of that with me. And so when you think about your lifestyle before when you were running your local studio to what it looks like now, like what is that contrast for you?
Oh, it's completely different because before I was really operating in this, here's how many hours and how many classes I have to teach, how many people I need to fill into those classes, how many retreats will I have to teach that month if I want to hit this income goal. It was there was only there was a cap on
Mhm,
how much I could create financially, which I was happy with that level of income at that time. But when it disappeared,
mhm,
that was scary.
mhm.
And I knew I needed to have more streams of income. And it's cool actually because what Authority Accelerator has allowed me to do is not only do I have a YouTube income stream, but I have a Shopify income stream because people go and they buy my recordings on my Shopify store. And so that brings in another passive income stream. And then I'm on Insight Timer, and that's another passive income stream. And I'm just creating these different, my course is another or somewhat passive income stream at this point because the course is built out and it's
Yeah.
getting applications constantly. And all I have to do is read the applications and accept people into the training who are a good fit.
Yeah.
And it's creating more financial wealth than I ever could have in this studio setting.
Yeah.
And when my studio is open, it's just a bonus.
Absolutely.
I get
And
to be in person with my people and create a
exactly.
little bit of income.
Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly, but it's not mandatory, and I think that's the
mhm.
really cool thing is that for me is the definition of financial freedom, is that really you have the
Right.
freedom of choice, and you
And
now
I
have the freedom of choice.
Yeah, and I get to spend so much time with my kids. I'm
Yes.
not constantly teaching yoga
Yeah,
classes, I'm with them,
you're
and
present.
yes, and, we often spend several weeks of the year in Costa Rica because I lead yoga retreats in Costa Rica every year, not since COVID and
Yeah,
not this year, but we had thought we were going to be able to do it this year, so we booked everything. We had to postpone the retreat because the pandemic does its thing.
yeah.
But my whole family, my kids and my husband and I are going to be in Costa Rica for 5 weeks, and
Wow.
I can do everything
You can do
from
everything, and you just took a month off in December, and, like,
yeah.
you still did $17,000 in your business, and
Mhm.
it was the most amazing update you shared with me in the Facebook group and with everybody in the Facebook group, and it was this beautiful picture and collage of you with your kids, and you were like, "We did it." Like, I took a month
Yeah,
off, and I still made consistent income, and you were so present with your family. What does that feel like for you?
gratitude.
Yeah.
I just feel so grateful that to f so I talked about how one of my intentions is peace and spreading peace and creating peace in the world, and it's funny because one of the missing pieces to that was financial peace, like
Yeah.
feeling just peace of mind financially
Mhm.
and feeling secure financially, and that adds a whole level of calm and presence and gratitude and peace to my life that I didn't really recognize was kind of like I felt okay, I was doing fine, but to have it all ripped out from underneath me is essentially what it felt like at
Yeah.
first, and to have not financial peace or stability, to have that again, I feel so grateful, and to feel like I have all of these different ways that I can support my family and that I don't have to worry about my kids. I can help my mom if I need to. Like, I just feel blessed, really.
Oh,
It might sound kinda
blessed. So
cheesy, but
I love it. I
yeah.
love it so much. I do wanna be respectful of your time because time is the most important thing, and I know we've almost gone an hour here, and I'm so grateful because I think that it's been really
Mm,
informative. I'd love if you are still here tuned in, which there's still over 100 people here watching, which is
mhm.
incredible. Let us know what your takeaways were from today. Give this a like, share it out so we can reach more people with Ali's story. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them because we will do a little mini Q&A because I do wanna be respectful of time. But one thing I wanted to share too, which is like this the ripple effect of when you do find your thing and when you really own your expertise and your niche, which you've done so well over the last year, is
Mhm.
you also shared this, which for me, it's like speaking a different language. But for you, this is a really big deal and a full circle moment. Do you want to speak to what this post is about?
Yeah, I'm trying to see which one it is here.
It's the one about the Kripalo Center.
Oh, the Kripalu Center,
Yes.
right. So I had a couple of really cool things like this happen recently, but the one of the lead faculty and the dean of the Kripalu Center for Yoga and Health, which is where I was originally trained and where I studied under my teacher and was mentored. They recently reached out to me. One of the senior teachers was a fan of my channel, which was so funny to me. And when they found out I was a Kripalu graduate, a Kripalu person, they were just over the moon. They were like, "She's one of us." And so they asked me for a meeting and have asked me to be a part of their Kripalu has taken or some of the teachers, I should say, have created this online community where they mentor the alumni and yoga teachers who have been certified at Kripalu. And so they've asked me to be one of the lead teachers who's going to be a paid I'm going to be like a paid staff on the platform and create workshops and trainings, and I'll get to teach people about sort of any area of my expertise that I want. I can essentially create a workshop or create any type of training or series that I want to, and just whatever people want to learn from me about, I'll be able to teach on that platform. So it was just one of those moments where they were just so excited that I wanted to be a part of it, and I was just like, "I can't even believe this is real life, like, that you guys are wanting me to be a part of this, and I'm invited," and I just couldn't
I'm
believe
part
it.
of the club now. I think
Yeah.
that yeah, the amazing thing is that when you identify your brand, which really is who you want to serve and what you want to be known for, those are the 2 key factors. Opportunities just become magnetized to you because people know why they're reaching out to you and they know
Mhm,
what your expertise is in. And so this is an amazing opportunity, but it's also well earned. And it's because you've done the work to really identify and get clear on how you want to show up and serve the world. And so it makes it easy for these opportunities to just flow to you. And I'm telling you, like, the sky's the limit. And I know that because I've seen it time and time again. And I'm so excited for you. I'm so
mhm.
excited for what the next year is going to bring. And I'm so grateful
Thank you.
that you're in the community. And I hope you continue to share the journey with us. And we might have to do like an update video in a year or something like that. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to say thank you for your time and
Thank
thank
you
you
for
for
having
sharing
me.
your story. I know there's a lot of people out there right now who have gone through a really challenging time with the pandemic and their business. So this has been super helpful. Thank you to everyone in the comments who have shared your thoughts and your well wishes for Ali and your congratulations for Ali. And I'm just checking to see if we have um, any questions that we wanted to tackle right now. I think we're good, but if there are
Okay.
any questions, my team's going to be on here later and we can tackle those as well. So if you're checking out the replay, but replay in the comments too. But Ali, thank you so much. Any parting words before we wrap up?
I think if you are feeling intuitively drawn to this, it's worth exploring. I know that at the very least, you'll make your investment back, but you'll probably far exceed your expectations. Mhm.
I concur. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in and staying with us for the entire hour. That is incredible. And we will be sharing the replay will be up on the page as well. So be sure to share it with somebody who needs to see this and needs maybe a little bit of light and hope and inspiration for their entrepreneurial journey, because you definitely delivered that today, Ali, as well as a lot of
Thank
tactical help as well. So thank you. And we hope to
you.
see you on the inside with Ali and I of the Authority Accelerator. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks,